Good morning, everybody. Welcome to week number 8 of Touhou World Cup 2023. That's a lot of spinning fish in the chat. Anyway.
Oh no, the Joel's already starting.
It's already there. It's 5. It's barely 6 a.m. in the morning. They're already here.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
the true
almost
Joel
11
hours.
at night where I am. They should be going to bed soon.
meanwhile, it's like a pretty comfy 8:50 for me. 8:50 p.m. that is.
All right. Lucky
So
you.
this is going to be a pretty interesting match. So in the Wiley match, we saw one thing, which was a lot of bad shots. And you can expect to see this again in this match because bad shots will give at least a full miss of leeway over good shots.
Yeah.
So
hidden
what exactly
star.
what exactly comprises a bad shot, and why do they get that much leeway in the rubric?
For me to explain that well, let's immediately go to the slides. Let's go, beautiful. Alright, so yeah, Touhou World Cup 2023. Most of you probably know it because you're watching it here. It's the annual international tournament featuring Touhou, the mainland games. Every match features 2 or 3 contestants competing in the survival or scoring category for Lunatic or extra difficulty. And for a lot of details for the schedule in your time zone, you should visit our website, touhouworldcup.com. Alright, so yeah, like I said this morning, and like the card showed, we start off with Touhou 16 Lunatic no bomb.
80 minutes is a bit more reset time than usual for survival, but it's nothing like okay.
Yeah, 80 minutes, I think it's a nice amount of time to be
kind of average,
doing
yeah.
your match on. But the rules for this game, pretty straightforward. You cannot use bombs, you cannot use seasons.
But the
you
big
can
one
only
is,
work with your misses.
Yeah, the big one is only 5 misses, because Hidden Star scoring gives you a fairly decent amount of lives, or not scoring, survival, Hidden Star survival gives you like a fairly decent amount of lives to work with. I don't know the exact number, but it's at least 9. So that 5-hit restriction is the big deterrent against bad shots, but you have to play bad shots if you want to stay competitive with low miss, because the bad shots are just that.
I mean, let's go to the rubrics for that actually.
Yeah,
So,
but you can see why we said we want to stay competitive. Like,
yeah, no, you can tell that the worst shots tend to be the spring and summer season shot types. The character matters a little bit less, but as you can tell, like Aya scores by far the most points because Aya is just a really bad character in this game.
For survival play, anyway.
For survival play, yeah, true.
So you may have noticed that, for instance, like a spring and a fall combination, for instance, Reimu Fall, is the lowest TWC score. But if you take the combination in reverse, Aya Spring, you get tied for the highest TWC score. So let's explain why that is such a huge discrepancy. Like, after all, shouldn't the... Actually, no. Never mind. Sorry, you can explain.
Yeah, there's a couple factors in play here.
Yeah.
For one, the spring and summer subseasons don't really do a whole lot for you throughout the game as the fall and winter subseasons. But the more notable factor is actually going to be the very last attack in the game, which is Okina's Final, as we often refer to it. It's actually themed based on which subseason you're using. And the spring and summer finals are by far the hardest attacks in the game. Contenders for hardest attacks in the series, really.
Yeah.
Well,
being
outside of some meme ISC stuff.
Yeah, so if you could do well on those ridiculously hard attacks alongside the rest of the game, that's why you deserve to get a whole lot more points than doing one of the easier finals.
You can almost just default to being 1 life behind if you use those shots, unless you play completely out of your mind. So that's also why spring and summer tend to, on average, give like over double the amount of points compared to autumn and winter. If you manage to get through the game with those seasons without like bombing, you should be like rewarded big time because it's really, really difficult.
Well, you're hopefully getting the most amount of points with it if you do one of the better characters, so to speak, that can help you out in other parts of the game too, until you get to those really hard final attacks.
Yeah. So,
yeah, like the highest scoring shot that uses a good subseason, Aya Winter, is exactly half the score that of the lowest scoring shot with a bad
The spring or
subseason.
summer, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is always at least a full miss buffer. And comparing it between, like, the same characters, you can see that, well, no, it's not
What do you
quite as
see?
big of a 4 times multiplier for any individual character, but
Some of the biggest discrepancies you might see in this competition, really.
Yeah,
terms of
no,
the point
definitely.
differences.
except for DDC, but we'll get to that. Marisa strong in that game? Yes, she is. Marisa has the highest forward focus damage in the game with her
She's
lasers.
really good on bosses, and there are some of the hardest attacks in the game, even though not all of them, of course. It's really important.
This game has very tough bosses in the end game, especially, and being able to just get through them faster, get through them more consistently is huge. So
like
that is why she's
90% of the difficulty is concentrated in Dancers and Okina. Like, there
a
is
bit of stage 4 too.
There's stage 4, and there's also some sections in stage 5 that are tricky.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say 90%, I'd say like 80 maybe, but it is a big part.
Calling it like the second half of the game, though, is still a good approximation.
Any given credit should probably be able to get to stage 4 at least, no miss.
Yeah.
Should be.
So
that does not mean
let's
it will.
quickly go over the players before we have to switch over to the match. So you can see Echo Alert for Team Spirit, kpnyan for Team Lotus, and Rescue for Team Harmony. So Echo Alert is a survival player. I think, at least I know, speaks English quite well. And they have, I think, 3 LNNs, and from what I've heard, they are working, like they were practicing a lot of Marissa Summer for this match, which would definitely be a fun one to see. I've never seen that shot.
Going all in on Summer, are they?
Yeah. Looking at the rubrics, she seems like an interesting choice because she's like the strongest character with the weak seasons.
Yeah,
so
we saw that in previous years with S&T, I believe. They used Marissa Summer to good effect.
Then kpnyan is one of the like big LNN hunters. Oh, they're playing Mahjong.
Yeah, and on Rescue's side, we can see Eremu Autumn, which is, you know, it's a good safety shot to like get a run on the board quickly, and then you can have the freedom to switch to a bad shot without having to worry about not getting a run in.
Yeah, or maybe it's just going for like 1 miss LNN. It's possible.
Nah, score's too low for that.
But in
the
the
score
case
discrepancies are a pretty big factor in this game.
kpnyan, what I wanted to say is
I meant, like,
they
the
have
in-game
11 different LNNs in this game. So there's like every character combination, every season, every season, every character he has some form of Lunatic, no deaths, no bombs, no season run with. So
I saw
they're
they
like
have
a huge player in this game.
I believe they have like every fall LNN, every winter, and then
Yes. Yeah, every fall, every winter, and I think then 2 spring and 1 summer.
one summer, yeah.
Yeah. No, but what I wanted to say is it can pay off to just go for like 1 miss or no miss with a really good shot. Rescue does seem to be the underdog a little bit here. So like playing against kpnyan is like, that's very difficult. You know, that's just basically somebody like Sock that can just like throw out so many good survival runs in a short time.
And just someone who has a lot of experience in a particular game.
No, they have experience in like, they played Touhou 16 the most by far, but they have like 30 no deaths, no bombs runs in like all across the Touhou franchise.
Right,
I think they have like no deaths, no bombs in every game except Touhou 6 or something like that, like a lot. So it would be pretty hard regardless. He is kind of the top dog in this match. But we'll see. Everything is possible in like short contests like Touhou World Cup.
Yeah. So Echo Alert's hovering Marisa Summer as expected.
I see
that-
KP on Aya Summer. Oh my god.
No, that's spring,
That's
right?
spring.
Oh, that's spring.
Green
right.
one, yeah.
green.
Oh,
spring.
yeah, we're starting off
Oh, but that's
already.
not
Equally as
really
hard.
any better, actually.
Yeah, zero safety, we ball.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, technically the spring subseason is a bit more effective throughout the game, so even it's still not very much
and
at
the spring
all.
final is arguably easier than summer final. Like, okay, an Echo Alert starting. Yeah.
Yep, we are underway.
So regarding the final spell's difficulty, Fall is by far and away the easiest final. There is no RNG at all in it. You can completely route it. Winter
Even some
final,
funny pacifism strats for the fall final,
Yeah.
which we might see down the road.
yeah.
Yeah.
Winter final is the next easiest. But that doesn't mean it's easy. It's
We can get
Yeah.
to the finals, like,
When we see them, yeah.
later on in the game, I think, when we are actually nearing that. For now, I mean, let's try and talk a little bit about the early game, even though Touhou 16 early game is well known to be pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Yeah, you can
Seeing the head-sitting strats out of KP.
Yeah.
That's pretty standard to get a lot of season items early on and max out your season gauge.
16 kbps screen share on Discord. Let me Oh, whoops.
Oh, screen share.
I'm sorry, George.
No, it's back. We're back.
Still 16 kbps though. And maybe I've just been spoiled by like watching good quality streams like live, whatever.
This section with the wheel goes towards the end of the stage is a little bit tricky because you have to know the timing to restream because you have also these small fairies here firing their own shots. You kind of want to time it between each of those fairies. Otherwise, you might just be faced with a constant stream of bullets and not have a chance to turn around. Something to look out for.
Benjamin, no, there is not a Reimu Spring. Or was like one player's hovering Reimu Spring or something. But yeah, the Reimu in the bottom left is Reimu Autumn, which is, yeah.
Alright, now getting into Eternity here. This first card actually can be surprisingly difficult because of how fast-paced it is. You see just all these waves of green bullets coming at you one after another. You know, both players can get through it pretty easily though. And the rest of this fight here is fairly straightforward.
Yeah.
It's gonna make sure you restream
Rescue died to the first spell.
Yeah, and it's not unheard of really. You're making sure you don't get trapped in those lanes.
Okay, so with two of the players onto stage 2, this is a bit of a lull in the action, so I think that would be a good time to like describe like the shots themselves, because we've gone over like the sub-seasons mainly, but...
Yeah, we mentioned Marisa Summer earlier, and how she has like a really strong forward-focused shot.
You mean Marisa in
same
general?
thing between.
Yeah. But Reimu, as a whole, the homing in this game is actually pretty strong. Like, I don't know the comparisons, but isn't Reimu like actually the second strongest shot in this game if you aren't Cherno and shotgunning?
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with the exact numbers, but I think the more important factor with Reimu is that having a homing shot or even a spread shot in general is actually really important for some of the stage sections in this game.
Yeah, so Reimu and Cherno are actually really dominant on the stages.
And, like, unlike in games before Loke, a lot of Reimu's damage is concentrated in the homing itself. It's not like something like Mountain of Faith, where as homing Reimu, your damage is in your main shot. No, your homing is actually pretty powerful in this game.
Yeah, it is not quite. It's not quite Touhou 15 level powerful, but it's pretty close. She just does really good, like at making the stage routes really easy. And the same actually goes for Cherno. We don't see her right now, but
Okay. So on
Cherno
kpnyan
is insane
screen,
at stages.
on kpnyan screen, you can see something funny happening. They started above Nemuno, and they are just going to slow stream this whole thing. They aren't even shooting because they know that they're going to time this out.
It will time out.
Yeah, the timer is short enough, and there's no real reward for survival play. Like, if you're playing this normally to take out the health bar, all you do is get a bomb out of it, which doesn't even matter for this kind of competition. So, better to do the safe strat.
Question, did Nyan switch over to Marissa during my quick tech support explosion?
Yes.
Yes,
well,
they did.
no, they'd started with Marisa.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
they were.
Right, I thought it was Aya. My bad.
Yeah,
it
well,
is
they
still
were
a spring
hovering
subseason,
Aya.
though.
Yeah, they were hovering Aya Spring.
Okay, so we actually have 2 Marissa Summers then. Oh no, wait, Marissa Summer, Marissa Spring. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
A little bit of variety.
No, it
there.
makes sense. It makes sense to play Marissa in a setting like this because Marissa's damage alone means you just have a consistent source of DPS. And
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna play Aya, like, you do get a lot of extra points, but man, some parts take forever. Or you just... Maybe the stages are even more frustrating. You just don't kill anything.
It really is more a factor of just how the subseasons do more for your TWC score than the characters do.
Yeah. So, regarding the other shots, Cherno is basically this game's version of Yuka in Mystic Square. Really widespread, really slow shot. I believe it's same as
Out of these 4 characters, she's the slowest.
I believe it's 4 pixels per frame.
It's really slow. I was playing it yesterday and it was frustratingly slow, at least for me.
Does it feel slower than like EOSC Reimu?
It's hard to compare, but maybe similar.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right though, because the other shots are way faster.
But yeah, Cherno's damage from afar is pretty bad without a subseason backing it up. And like the spread is strong, which is the spread is useful, I would say, on stages, but there's only like a few portions that really need good stage control.
On stage 4 and on stage 5, it is huge. It is so helpful. You can be so lazy compared to like Aya or even Marissa. Like Cherno lets you just play so comfortably on stage sections. Bosses are a different story, but that's alright.
She does have a shotgun, and it is somewhat powerful. Like, I think when shotgunning, you do outdamage Marisa, but you have to find a time to shotgun.
Exactly.
Now, Aya is a strange case. Aya is a forward-focused shot with piercing and acceleration, which you'd think means that you would be able to just point-blank and destroy things, but due to how any piercing that isn't a laser or slash works, your shotgunning doesn't actually make a difference at all.
No,
the difference is
we
minuscule.
tested that yesterday. We tested it yesterday. No, you can get like 33% time reduction on some cards. No, it's actually pretty noticeable.
Yeah. Rather,
it's
what
hard
I
to
should
use
have
though
said
because
was,
it's unfocused in this case.
No, you can even use the focused one.
Because it
It
accelerates.
is pretty strong. It's stronger than you might
Fair enough
expect. Yeah. But no, luckily we see
however,
pretty competent shots, right? And pretty competent characters right now.
yeah. However, despite the fact that I mentioned Aya's focus shot having piercing, it is really ineffective as a piercing shot because of how piercing works. So, whenever a piercing shot hits an enemy, instead of disappearing, what happens is that its damage is set to 1. So, that is why in something like SA, Reimu B sucks at killing like big clumps of enemies or sucks at damaging a boss
so
that's
you see
shielded
your
by
first
enemies.
place into Aun actually. This non-spell, I mean, we saw Echo die to it. It's usually pretty okay. If she moves down, it gets a little weird, but this time they're all doing good on it. Oh, kpnyan is actually a little further.
Yeah, they're on the second non-spell, which...
Yeah. But,
You kind of describe it as sort of a knowledge check. There's a lot of understanding how the attack patterns actually work to manipulate them or otherwise survive them. You've already seen that so far from these players, though, for first 2 non-spells.
Yeah. Now we're still in the easy part of Touhou 16. This game gets like crazy once you're in stage 5. But
like it's a bit of a step up right now, but even more of a step up coming up soon.
Yeah. Stage 4 is also still increasing difficulty, but people that practice it frequently can, I believe, get through it pretty consistently.
Yeah, there's one section at the end that requires, like, that is pretty difficult. It's
you can see
like if you have not routed that stage 4 section, you will die.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, and if you don't route it, it's over. But even if you do route it, you got to be very sharp with some shot types. Also, here you can see on kpnyan screen, you can see the top hug.
Everyone's favorite safe spot strats for this.
Yeah, like this stage is pretty routing heavy, right? Or extremely.
Yeah,
some parts are. Not every kind of area is going to be like that, but
if you go in without routes, it will likely kick your ass. But if you are, well prepared, it's mostly not a problem. It's just that very last section that gets tricky. No matter, like, even if you route pretty well, it depends on your shot type. I can go into the details for it, but we'll probably
we'll see it shortly.
Well, yeah. It's just a combination of all sorts of different fairies, like, coming very quickly after each other and just completely filling the screen with all sorts of crap. Especially these slow fairies, you can see, like, kpnyan absolutely destroying these slow fairies. These are very easy at this part of the stage, but they become a huge issue on the last part of the stage.
Like,
by themselves, it's just getting...
You need to keep up with the speed kills while... so you need to keep up with the speed kills while actively managing aimed bullets, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see how they do this.
You can see my nipples.
Just do purely vertical strat.
Yeah.
Involves a little bit of going through the zigzags and amulets.
Yeah, but
no, it's a little bit of player preference on
you
when
only
you do
need to
that
do one crisscross, and then you can just keep tapping up. It's very comfortable. I find it nicer than the ones where you rotate around money.
And of course, obligatory, imagine dodging in a shmup. Stay spot in the very bottom center after the mid-boss. Always looks kind of silly when you see it, though.
I completely forgot that there was a sweet spot / safe spot there.
All the fairies patterns are static there, so...
Oh, that's nice, yeah. Okay, so Nyan is about to go into the last section of stage 4. I wonder what it would look like for this shot. Given that it's Marissa, it should be alright, but you could
she's able to cut through a lot of these fairies very quickly before they can
now we get one for Nyan.
Yeah,
one of the most important things for this section is making sure you rush back over towards the left side of the screen kind of early before the next third of the wave starts.
The scary part is those green slow bullet fairies, like their bullets start overlapping you right as those really inaccurate yellow fairies start spamming you, so you need to rush to the right while the entire bottom is just crammed with really slow rice bullets everywhere.
Yeah, and he made it through.
Now let's see for Echo.
Similar approach here, as expected.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be watching on, like, the mainstream.
Yeah, the screen share is very crushed.
Okay, so kpnyan is head-sitting the opener. Now, this is pretty difficult. The reason for this is because you would want to safe spot this because there is technically a safe spot on the first spell. And
he's doing that one.
They got it.
Yeah.
They got the
difficult enough to be worth using this safe spot, though.
Oh, the lineup he did was
some of the
so
good. Can curve outwards.
That is such a good strategy, to use the last non-spell to go to the right to do the lineup compared to your HUD, while the first non-spell despawns away.
Yeah, the timing is perfect for something like that.
That is really good, because that safe spot is actually pretty tight. And
it is,
having a trick like that makes it a lot more bearable.
Yep, it's like...
Echo Alert is actually doing it from the bottom.
Yeah, it's not especially difficult doing it at the bottom, but because of how erratic the amulets are, that's why we say it's worth using the safe spot.
Yeah, you have to go to the side like Full Moon Howling, and even there, it still can be a bit
It is a
tricky.
little bit. Ooh, Death for Rescue. on the mid boss, I think. Okay.
It's kind of unfortunate if it was on there.
First miss, I'm pretty sure.
Choosing to continue.
KP getting pushed to the side here. One of the tricks with this third non-spell though is because it's continuous, so you don't really have a chance to correct yourself if you get pushed into a weird spot. Definitely a lot of preparation that goes behind where you stand there.
So Nyunko's on the last Narumi cards. Usually pretty okay, but you do have to be looking into a lot of different directions for it. Oh, she's moving to the right. I always like it when she does that.
If she stays towards one side of the screen, yeah, that's pretty big for that.
Yeah, the corners are really nice to dodge in, so if she's closer to the sides, it means it will die a lot faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and now you can see some of the madness of stage 5.
Yeah, this is where
if
not
you
having
don't have a
homing or
shot-
spread shot really becomes a problem.
Yeah, if you don't have good stage control, you will need to do some really funky strats, and especially on the ending section.
Yeah, these are the kinds of things you definitely can get used to with enough practice, but you can see that it's a very stark difference compared to some of the other shots in this game.
If you use a weak Marissa shot on this stage, or Aya, it is like one of the hardest stages in Touhou, I'm quite sure. Not quite number 1, but man, a lot of scary stuff on stage 5. Especially near the end, the last section.
Yeah.
Even if it just looks like it's just spinning, well, we'll get to it when we get
Oh
to
god,
this
lasers.
post.
That movie
So-
These lasers are chill, usually.
yeah, getting to
Yeah.
the lasers in the first place, though. That seemed...
So,
Echo
like,
has reset.
oh,
Wow, they're pushing pretty hard though, if they're resetting over what I assume is 1 or 2 misses. Okay. We see Satano mid-boss for kpnyan, but that one's pretty easy.
yeah, it's
also static.
It's static like the
Yeah.
Mind boss.
And you have
it
multiple
looks
positions
very
to stay in depending
intimidating.
on where she moves.
Looks very intimidating, but it's just like a grid that you can stick in when you tap down.
Yeah,
There's a little bit of
So-
timing down here to avoid some of the laser enemies right after, too.
True,
And then,
yeah.
then you get right to these big fairies here with the lanes.
I believe like if you die at the wrong time on the laser sections, you can actually crash the game from a memory leak. I don't.
I've never heard of that before.
or
that's new
is it
to
like
me,
a
but-
spring release, or is it a spring release on that
Oh,
section?
well,
Well,
Like
spring
high
releases
level?
have been known to do that forever. but
Yeah. Okay, here you can
Yeah.
see the last section, see how they handle that. Either they're gonna go for a very aggressive, like, shoot everything down strategy, which I think they're doing here, or they're gonna go for spin, or both. I think both.
I usually see a
Ooh.
combination, actually. Like, they
Yeah.
very carefully
Oh.
choose which enemies to kill
starts to spin.
and which ones to leave alive, and then start
Yeah. Very
circling
nice.
around towards the end.
Oh, they made that look really good.
Yeah, a lot of the
Very
times
clean, yep.
Okay,
when
just-
I was trying to route
Good
something
ending.
and couldn't decide between two strategies, I very often found like that the best answer was a combination of both of them.
Yeah, that's
Like-
true. Yeah. No, if you are spinning, you don't spin the whole thing. That's, like, too much.
Okay,
Look at that
Especially since some of the
aggression.
wheel ghosts go down towards the bottom of the screen, they would cut you off down there.
Alright, so he actually goes for Mai. I see a lot of people that go for Satano for this first card.
I almost see the opposite, actually, especially with this competition. Keeping the laser
I do
straight
prefer
can be
Mai.
a good
I do
thing.
prefer Mai as well. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
but regardless of who you shoot down for first, you always shoot down Satano on second card because
Luckily you're playing Marissa here, so this one
And set in no
very
time.
quickly. But yeah, this is kind of a brief for this card. I think sometimes you can get like really unlucky and you get a lot of chaos right as you try to misdirect. You should be noticing that anyway. And also if it's Marissa,
If you are
then-
restreaming, you just gotta make sure you don't get sniped from above while you're trying to focus on throwing the aim bullets away.
yeah,
You can really tell how powerful Marissa is on this section, by the way. I was doing this yesterday with like Trino and Aya.
okay, behind festival.
Come on, just get
yes.
to
This
blind
is a
fest.
combination
Marissa's DPS
of-
will be extremely important here.
Yeah, they'll probably try to cram in as much DPS as they
Yeah,
can, aside from this little misdirect.
Outside of Okuna's finals that we mentioned, this is probably the hardest mandatory attack in the
Come on,
game.
get him.
This is also where Marissa's lack of range can come back to bite you too.
Do it again.
You're forced away.
Yeah, like I've heard that some Cherno shots actually have a have a somewhat chill behind festival, like because you kill it before it actually becomes really bad.
Maybe some shot going on there. Yeah. Another important thing here for Frenzy Tegu fighting, which is a Dancer's final, is staying towards the bottom left corner. Even without the kind of extra range that Marissa doesn't have here. It's better to stay down here because you have a lot more room, especially based on where mine moves. Now, sometimes green lasers actually don't reach you immediately down there.
That is the nice spot. That is the nice spot to be in, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
it
so
is just safer to stay in, like, even if it's all the way in the corner, not necessarily hitting Satono.
Alright, stage 6 with Marissa should be pretty okay.
Yeah, again, her power comes in big here.
This part is the worst, actually.
Yeah,
well, no, it's only Rainbow Springs specifically, like according to Kistari. Because even the other
consider, like, Rainbow without any
damage.
sub-seasons has the most trouble in this section by far, because she just cannot kill all these wheel ghosts fast enough.
Yeah, so these wheel yin-yangs, they're pretty alright, but if you can't kill them, they get really messy.
Yeah, especially the last 2 waves, there's just a ton of them too. That's another big issue.
Aside from that,
here it's just a matter of keeping up with killing these big fairies.
Yeah, these fairies aren't a huge deal.
Yeah, and especially for Marisa, where you kill them like before the next one even spawns.
Yeah,
and you
you definitely don't want to miss one though, because otherwise having 2 overlapping waves can be nasty, actually.
That's true.
They do eventually stop shooting, but not for a fair amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all line up in like a star pattern on the screen at the end.
Aside from maybe the worst shots, they should die before that happens.
Rescue is getting to Bind Festival on 3 miss pace. Well, they have to do this on first.
Now it's time for definitely one of the toughest final bosses in all of Touhou, even with the better shots.
Yeah.
Already KP's taking a moment to breathe on such a good run.
Despite kpnyan getting here on...
Oh my god!
And this would be why.
Is he gonna overlay the Lunatic with LNNN?
Yeah. So
despite photoshopping midstream.
Oh, KP died to be or not KP. Rescue died to be behind festival.
He's putting it over his overlay. Oh my god, dude. Okay, he is on pace for it right now, but I don't want to say too much because Okina is like such a ridiculous run killer.
Getting here on LNN doesn't mean you're guaranteed to have a good run. Okina can...
Yeah.
It's still very possible to get like multiple misses here, despite everything else that's happened before.
Yes.
So much of what Okina has is extremely mean. Is there like a single breather spell card with...
Her non-spells are breathers at the start.
Starving Preda can be, depending on your shot, but even some of the shots like Marissa that don't have range don't really have too much trouble with that.
Yeah. I feel for most shots that card is not a breather. It's mostly like good range shots.
Yeah, there's a lot of technique involved, but we'll get to that shortly again.
Okay.
Alright,
her spell also can be...
Yeah, there's one specific direction you want Okina to move. If she moves the other way, this spell gets a whole lot more awkward.
Yeah,
it's
like
Echo Chamber.
Now it's Oh my god, die so fast, right? It's Marissa.
That's pretty typical Marissa DPS right there, ending Halo of the Absence.
This is the part where the screen share bitrate on our end cannot keep up with the game at all.
I mean, I can't really tell that much.
Even just a normal play, like the bullets blend into the backgrounds a lot during this fight.
Yeah, because of the filter.
I think for Marissa should only be 1 wave, even if it's summer. But this
you still got to get through that 1 wave.
This pattern is so deceptive with the fireball hitboxes. Like Touhou 16 has huge fireball hitboxes.
And just the additive blending bullets together too.
Yeah. They make very quick work of it by playing Marissa, luckily. Yeah, so these non-spells, they look really sick, but they're the easier part of the fights, trust me. Alright, Starving Preda, really fun cards, but it hurts when it like accidentally snipes you in some way. It's rare though, if you pay attention you should get through this. It might take a while.
You see them going all the way across the screen too, that's pretty important. First of all, to get those red fireballs out of the way, but also because you just have more room to dodge the yellow fireballs coming up.
A very good way to die on this is to not realize when like the red fireballs
the last wave is
aiming at you. Or
oh god, that was tense.
Nice, very good cap. Wow.
With very good
They're
technique,
cracked.
though,
They're actually
eventually you
on
will
fire
end
at
the
the
attack.
moment.
That's the most important thing, just playing safe on it.
I hope their fire is bright enough to melt Snowman, though. That's kind of a problem on this fight.
I mean, Marissa's shot is
Snowman
powered by
is-
cold anyway, so that's not going to be very effective,
Alright.
is it?
Snowman is like the
Oh my god, what a start,
Yeah.
dude.
The first real big roadblock in this fight.
Oh my god, dude, please, please. Usually,
It's a very
Snowman
aggressive
gives you
moving
some
up.
pretty logical way out, but then sometimes it's a ridiculous, just absolute barrage. Okay.
Yeah. Any
Last
opportunity you
spell.
can get to push up and get those bolts to change color
Last
sooner is
spell.
very important.
yeah. So
This should be alright. Just do your little tippy taps, left, right, left, right, left, right.
and the final, or not the final, the spring spell is well, it's not the hardest thing, but
It's not hard,
you
but
should
It can be a bit
underestimate it.
variable, though.
This one is so
Yeah.
RNG sensitive. It is
Yeah, a
usually.
lot of the times the very bottom center just gets too crowded, and you see them have to go up
I
towards
feel-
the side of Volcano
I
instead,
feel
like
like
you
if
saw
you're as
there.
experienced as kpnyan, you should be okay on this. No jinxes.
And making sure you get down below the lower half of the screen before the
dude,
next
they're
race
actually
starts off.
LNN into
Yes.
Summer Ice. Oh, my bad.
No, this-
spring.
this is
Breezy
spring.
Blossom. Yeah,
See Cherry Blossom, yep.
Okay.
Cherry Blossom.
So
I love this
HSiFS
attack, by the way.
isn't too bad at the start. So look at Rescue, who is doing Snowman.
Oh god,
there's
please
some
go for Snowman
silly-
Rescue. Come on. Oh. Go on, Rescue. Oh, you're so close.
Also keeping pace so
Actually,
far,
almost
yeah.
there. Come on.
Oh.
No, he's getting pushed to the other corner. What
Not
the
as
hell?
bad as Raymond
what a
because they have the
cap, dude.
homing shot.
Okay, let's go back to
actually.
Nyan.
Okay,
Let's go back
yeah,
to Nyan.
get back to Kpnyan.
Yes.
This screen is going to be one giant pink mess in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, it already is like one of the very hard parts already in wave or phase 3.
Man.
Yeah.
I
They've been
Yeah,
keeping
for
up with the
manage.
speed kills so far. That's time
And then
just
phase
about
4
as quick
is
as you expect.
Phase 4.
brutal.
And this is
You
where
really
everything
do
just goes
drop
off the
damage,
rails.
But this is where you start dying. Maybe. Please don't. Is it actual LNN? Oh my god, now I'm starting to
Don't.
believe.
That's one
speed.
hard part down, but they're not out of the woods yet. They gotta turn
Come
around
on.
here.
Come on. Oh, last turn. No! They don't even have to do it. Oh my god.
Wow, that is
Holy
fast.
shit!
Just
First
out
credit.
of nowhere.
Already?
First credit, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Coming out swinging.
Yes,
is a
George,
new
that was
element in
Kpnyan's
him as
first
well.
credit. That was
Oh
first
my
credit.
god, dude.
We aren't even a half hour in, and we already have a bad shot LNN.
That is.
Oh, you can hear them in the
insane.
background too. I like it.
He made it look so smooth. Like, it took a while for me to realize he was on LNN until he put it on
Oh,
there
why?
himself.
Rescue's on 6 miss? How did that happen?
Oh my god, rescue just resets if that happens. I know
Yeah.
the rules.
Yeah, at this point the
So
run doesn't
do I.
count.
That is ridiculous. Wow, and Kpnyan can already just be like done. He can just play
So-
Mahjong if he
Maybe
wants.
try like Aya Spring or something.
Yeah, he's probably gonna
Yeah.
be Aya Spring. That sounds. Oh, rescue! What are you doing? Oh, he's timing out. Okay, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, but they
Rescue,
should still be
the,
resetting. I guess
it's
I thought
tank-
that's what you were referring to.
Yeah.
It's now for rescue. I don't know what he's doing, but I think it's Tenku show for him. He's just maybe practicing. I don't know.
So regarding Kpnyan's score, like the only way to even tie this score for any player is with an LNN, because
With
despite
any of the
this
other
being-
spring or summer shots, yeah.
No, just in general. Yeah, and it has to be with a bad subseason. Because, like, despite the fact that there is a huge discrepancy in score between good subseasons and bad subseasons, there is never, like, more than a 1 miss, or there isn't even a 1 miss buffer between bad subseason shots, and there isn't a 1 miss buffer between good subseason shots. Like,
Yeah,
There is
KP
enough
should just really set the bar extraordinarily high so early in the match. That's the main thing that's going on here.
yeah,
Alright,
like if you
cool.
want to improve, at this point you might as well go for broke and use like Aya Spring or Aya Summer. Go
Yeah.
get a full perfect 50 points.
No, right,
It's also a matter of whether
Rescue
Echo or Rescue know that KP's gotten this run and whether they might want a gun for something similar themselves.
Or as Alan said, they could just do extra. Because that is how tough this run is to beat. Like you need like bad subseason LNNs are just really brutal. Cause on top of everything else, you still have to cap
Okay,
one of...
Echo, get through this. That looked a little scary, but...
Yeah, they do seem
Well,
to
Echo's
get
on
back
one
towards
miss
it here.
so far.
Come on. Alright, nice.
So,
First, I would say, like, I would not get too pressure towards getting the LNN either, because there's also second place to shoot for.
yeah,
no, for real,
yeah.
I feel I didn't emphasize it enough yet, but...
Yeah, the battle for
he
second
just
place
throws
is
that
going to be
LNN
key
like
here.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like...
Echo is on a pretty
unprecedented
easy
here,
run.
seeing
I
this.
mean,
Okay, Reimu on
ideally,
him.
you know miss, of course, but one miss is salvageable if you do a good stage 5. And a good number of room for that matter, because he is not going for the safe spot. Ooh,
This
nice. Okay.
5th LNN this TWC. Let me actually
That
count
is
them out in my
actually
head.
true, yeah. It's kind
No,
of
what I'm wondering is, has it been 5 or was there a 6th?
I believe it was 5.
We got
Someone
really
correct me on that,
close on
but-
subterranean animism, like really, really close, but then the thing happened.
That's
Multiple
even
things
worse.
happened.
Okay, Echo is big brain on this next
we
spell.
call,
That's good. He understands you can go up.
Can we actually just call from now on dying to Oku third on an LNN pace? Can we just call that pulling a Terragat? Because
Or
we're already...
die.
Yeah. I'm
Again.
sorry, but... Yeah.
I guess you do I don't
Yeah,
know,
because-
there are quite a bunch of Terragats you can pull at this point.
Well, no, it's for Oku non-3 specifically, because we have dying to...
Okay.
Well, actually, no.
Echo.
Like,
It's like one of those things you just put in this ending montage for next year, maybe.
yeah. Like, we already have pulling a Himkoto for dying to Miko 4th on an LN pace.
Alright, yeah.
No bomb includes
Come
no
on,
release
Echo.
yet. Yes, that is
Just get
correct,
through this,
Marbles.
And then the fun can begin.
Yeah, that is the secondary mechanic in this game, and that is included for survival play.
Good movement. Ooh, it's getting a little tight on the left side. I don't know why he's
Yeah,
so
Naruto's
adamant on the left
kind of
side
staying
here,
towards the
but
middle
sure.
though, which is not ideal for dodging any spot, really.
Come on, nice.
Because you dodge to the
Cancel.
sides and you have to go back to the middle, then back to the side again.
Okay.
It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, so,
I forget,
Echo
Will.
is, like,
1 miss.
the most ahead right now, yeah.
Yeah. So I forget. Does
kpnyan is actually just chilling. He's like,
do Marisa
Yeah, we're
Spring
just
and
seeing, we're
Marisa
just seeing
Summer
demo plays
have
now.
yeah? Do Marisa Spring and Marisa Summer have identical no miss TWC scores,
Ooh, that's a
or
good
is it
question.
like 36? So like
I
think it's
thought
the
they had
same.
34, yeah, and then Rainbow has 36 for both of those.
Yeah.
so like could we pull up the rubric on kpnyan's screen while he's still practicing?
It's actually not a
Sure.
bad idea.
Maybe.
Yeah. Let's get out the rubric. While Nyan is
Or
okay.
yeah, well, not practicing. What did Echo die to? It whatever it was, it happened before
Early on.
stage 4 spam.
Yeah, something early.
Getting a little
No,
bit
it's
tight
check-
on this left wall here for that streaming.
Yeah.
I also watched that
Yeah,
route
it's
towards the
just
safe spot on the
killing.
lasers, I think. There's just not a whole lot of room to work with there either.
Oh, no, he's back. Oh, he's gonna practice something.
Maybe the other finals?
Brain fine? No, I don't know.
Hard to
Oh,
tell.
he's practicing.
Spell
That is
practice.
Snowman, right?
Snowman
With
with
Aya
Aya.
Spring. Okay.
Yeah, it looks
Alright.
like he's going for broke.
Little bit
He's
of a
going for the
warm-up
full
here.
50 points.
That sounds like that sounds like a good idea for him. Who wants to make it's like if
Any
he
sort of
really wants
improvement.
to completely secure his first place. Though there's not much. I feel there's not much to contest with at this point already, because Echo is playing the same
Same
the same
caliber
amount
shot.
of points. Yeah.
Well, I mean, at this point, you can't improve at all with your current shot, so you might as well just
Yeah.
go for complete broke. Maybe like make it even
Echo-
more impossible.
There really
to
isn't any
die.
pressure on KP's
Echo
hand
about
now.
to be on the scary section of stage 5. Oh!
Oh, wow. Yeah. They were getting kind of
Oh,
uncomfortable
man.
staying towards the edge of the wall. I could see that.
That hurts.
Okay.
Not unheard of, they are a little spooky, but like, that should not have happened. Alright, just do the spin. You're through the part where you have to deal damage, it's fine.
Oh, here's the thing though. Echo Alert might be playing for second place, which is why, like, he's not resetting. He just wants to get, like, a good placeholder in.
I mean, there is also the factor of whether the players even know what the others are up to. They might just be focused on their own runs.
Yeah. Like, and there is also, at this point, with, like, such a good first place run, there's also the point of, do you want to play for first or play for second? There's a question of that for Echo and Rescue. Because
if we're talking just from a mindset standpoint too, I think it might just be healthier to focus on improving your own play and not trying to like focus too much on the comparisons.
I think actually
playing for first or playing for second, like what I mean is, would you reset like a stage 5 miss? Like, that's the question you have to ask. If you're playing for first, then you do have to reset a stage 5 miss, but if you're playing for second, you keep going unless your pace is already bad.
But again, that depends on whether you know where you are in the standings.
Let me just make it very clear. They have to contest with the Marissa Spring, L, and N. Like, I mean, no offense to them, but that run was ridiculous. Like, it was really good. You just threw it out immediately. I think, like, unless you are super prepped, make it fight for second place.
Yeah, like, that is objectively correct. Like, put out a good second place run. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Unless
it doesn't have to be incredibly strong, but as long as it's difficult to beat.
Yeah, as long as just secure the second place. There's so much room to do that. Like,
trying to go for the speed kill here behind Festival, but also running into issues with moving too far to the side. Look at this.
I think the best way to contest that first place would be to like wrap like Cherno Spring or something, which does mean you have to know really well how to play Cherno.
I mean, even Rainbow could be okay with help certain stages.
Yeah, Rainbow.
Rainbow Spring's power overall isn't as terrible as you might think. It's
there is one issue with Rainbow Spring though, which is that they have the awful stage 6 opener.
Echo doing a really good dance
with enough sub-season items. It's a little bit better, but still not too much. Yeah.
Did they actually die on dancers at all? No, right?
No,
they did like a nice behind festival.
Yeah. Even with max sub-season, like even with level 6
it's not
Spring,
a whole much of a difference is the thing. That's what I was saying.
All right.
Like Gastari plays Rainbow Spring, and he constantly complains about the stage 6 opener. No, it really is that big of an issue with Rainbow Spring.
No, that's really bad.
I mean, I made Rainbow Spring too, so I know that full well.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Anyways, it's on Echo right now. There's this thing in the middle of the screen. Sorry, it's a miss tracker. It says 2 miss for Echo and Spirit. Sorry if I'm being a bit rude. Like, it didn't mean to come out that way.
No, you're okay. Alright, this is the one briefer he has. Yeah, the other two are still in the early game, so all focus on Echo right now. But yeah, these fairies are the chill parts.
Yeah, we can confirm that KP is using IS Spring though. Getting set up for later.
Oh yeah, true. Even with IS Spring, I'm pretty sure that like the first 3 stages are quite straightforward, except for a little bit of the Aurun fight on stage 3.
Yeah, like this is what we mean when we say that like most credits should be at the very least no miss into on.
Yeah. Stage, like, Touhou 16 is crazy how the difficulty changes as you progress through the game. Stages 1 to 3 are, like, really consistent and really easy, and then stage 5 and stage 6 are just ridiculous at times. Alright,
which you would normally expect, I guess, with, like, a more normal difficulty curve.
Alright, she moved left. That's
we're kind of spoiled with these abnormal difficulty curves elsewhere in the series, though.
Don't go there! Please.
I mean, that spell always is kind of awkward no matter how you slice it, but just because everything's coming from all directions, not just 3.
Yeah, but like, that one was like the first laser. Oh man, okay. Just keep going, it's fine. It's redeemable.
I definitely want to get a run in at this point.
Akina does give a nice amount of power, so he can still, you know, get rid of this card very quickly. Just get through this wave, and you do damage.
It's 60 power items per pattern, right?
This should be enough. Nice. It's so much. Yeah, I think you're right. It's like 60.
Yeah, if it's the same as Junko, then it's 60.
Yeah. No, it probably is. Makes
Very
sense.
convenient when you only lose half of your power on death in this game.
Alright. Ooh, nice.
Staying
You
in the
can
middle
stick
for
a
the-
little longer in the middle. Oh, that's so nice. It takes away extra, like, HP.
A little bit extra DPS where you can fit it in, yeah.
Yeah, feels good when that's possible. Alright.
Only really possible
Make
at the
good,
start, though, because
misdirect.
you want to stick to streaming across the
Pay
screen
attention to
all
the
the
bottom
time.
bullets and it
Yeah,
should be good. Very
that was
quick.
really aggressive on Preta.
Yeah, played out really
Very clean
well.
performance.
Okay, these two like, the winter and the spring non-spell are pretty alright. The spring non-spell can get a little overwhelming, but you can
It's
usually
a little
just
bit harder to
repeat that.
discern on the spring
Alright,
non.
snowman. Oh, don't get
Oh! That was.
Damn, now,
I can't tell if
now
that
you
was
should
bad
have
read.
pulled out.
That's kind of an early death, too.
You
That's
should have pulled. Oh god, don't die again. Please don't die again. Oh my god, snowman, chill out. Get it?
really
alright,
forcing
come
the
on.
reflexes here.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, no!
That's the early death. Made that possible, too.
Is that the 5th?
Yeah, it is the 5th.
It is. It's Tenkushover. Well, actually, no. You can still get points. Just finish
Yeah.
it.
You would have to no miss
take
the rest of the
perfect
game, though.
summarize practice. This is the chance. Okay, just capture perfect summarize. It's fine.
Oh, also, there's 3 power this thing, which
I mean, I guess, but
I'm not.
yeah,
I'm not
I
sure
guess.
how much.
Gotta get
more
down.
it
There you
has.
go.
But this is just part of Okina. Sometimes you just train wreck, or sometimes it just all comes down with Snowman acting like that. Okay.
I'll just sell this out there, yeah.
Well, you got your 4 power back, not like it will matter much. Good luck. Have fun. On perfect
Okay, so
summarize.
yeah, can you elaborate on this final and why this is harder than
mean,
spring final?
Well,
debatably,
depends on who
I
you
do
talk
better.
to.
I do way better on it than spring final, but it is one absolute.
There really is a lot of
mess.
discussion over whether this or the spring final
So these
is harder.
icicles are pretty massive and they're really random, and when Okina moves down, it's not quite that bad yet, but on the last 2 phases, if Okina moves down, you just have no space to maneuver in.
Yeah,
It's actually
you might have
ridiculous.
noticed Echo. You might have noticed Echo, like stopping shooting for a bit on the second phase to time the
Yeah.
phase transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to time it so phase 4 starts right when Okina's on the left side and moving up. So you
Yeah,
have to
because when
restream
she's
to the
down,
right
this
in that
part
direction.
is ridiculously difficult. It's like the
Hardest
most
part
difficult
right
thing
here.
in all Touhou 16, and he died to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So
there,
remember
yeah.
how
It was
we said.
close.
Remember how there's a consistent theme that bosses moving low makes things
Man.
really difficult.
He was
well,
close to getting points, though. That was like manageable.
Yeah. Well, in HPSI, the boss is guaranteed to move low,
Yeah.
and yeah.
No, perfect summarize.
It's just having to do that
so much.
restream so when she's so far to the bottom of the screen. That's the real tricky part. It's like every other aspect of the attack just all clumps together in
Alright.
that one spot.
kpnyan is on own, which, like I said, takes a little bit more effort, I guess, if you're playing like Aya with a bad shot. Should still be okay, though. I'm not expecting any deaths here. No jinx.
Also,
One of the
So
things about this
something-
opener is that it is aimed to some extent, so you can really control where you're moving and you know where to
Yeah.
move into the lanes. It looks a lot scarier than it actually is once you know how to route it.
Yeah. Wow, he made it look like absolutely nothing.
Yes. This first card might be trickier without a really strong homing express shot, though.
Oh, did he have the Mahjong win magic? Is that why he's so insanely cracked right now? He got the Mahjong win before the match.
A good luck charm.
Yeah.
also,
Yeah, actually, he made that attack end pretty quickly, regardless. I wonder if the subseasons did help out a bit.
so a minor
Oh,
detail
come
is
on.
because Rescue
I
finished
love
their
watching this
run.
non-spell.
Like they actually just played out and got 7 miss. They actually have 0 TWC score, which
Yeah.
is more than Go, who does not have TWC score yet, because they actually reset out instead of watching the ending.
That is true. I guess. But I mean,
Did not finish
just-
versus
they
0
have
points,
They
I
have
guess.
time to get like a 5 miss. This won't last. I can't imagine it lasting. Second place is completely like contestable still. But Echo Alert has been pretty crazy with it at times too. He just needs to not fumble it.
The potential's definitely there. Just watching.
Okay, Nyan is doing great. Nyan is doing great on this.
Another stress for this
part.
too.
I actually
Yeah,
don't
so
know
you
how much it
Speed
game over
killing Arun
gives.
on the second wave there.
If you die less than 5 times, I think a game over gives you points still, but
Do bombs count as 2 misses in
yes.
this TWC?
Yeah, the rule sets are a little strange around bombs, but basically you never want to use them in survival.
Yeah, because they're manual only. They're not like
Yeah.
getting hit with a
Yeah.
border up, for instance. You have to actually press the bomb button yourself. That's why you get penalized like that.
You get like a massive penalty for it. Okay. But yeah, Nyan did a really good job on, I guess, the hardest you can make Aun be. The hardest
Making
you can
Aya
make early game be.
kind of strong, actually, in terms of how quickly she ended some of those attacks.
I guess Spring, yeah. Sometimes there's a little bit of power in Aya, but it's only very sometimes. It's,
Yeah, and like as mentioned, the piercing is really, really ineffective as a piercing shot. It's more for helping you shotgun
There's
than for
one
actually
thing-
helping you take out multiple enemies at once.
Survival-wise, there's one thing, and I know this is a very personal thing, so a lot of people might heavily disagree, but I like the fact that Aya is really fast under no focus. It makes it a lot easier to go like back all the way to the other side in sections like what you just saw on the screen.
Yeah,
And
it's
it
like the
makes-
Marissa
it
privilege
makes
in other
restreams-
games.
It makes restreaming and misdirecting really easy with her.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. So Marissa's had that for a long time.
Yeah, well, Marisa didn't lose her speed. Aya's just faster.
Yeah, of course, Aya is just
You know,
faster.
yeah.
But
Marissa
same
has a bit
idea,
of a
though.
benefit as well.
Yeah. It's like a use case for that one particular aspect of her character. And it's a very useful one.
Alright, now he's in the safe spot.
Oh no, screen share bitrate.
Yeah, no,
dying.
this is the bitrate crusher stage.
Hang on,
Like
someone
the
pinged me.
Mystic Square. Oh, it's better. Thank you, George.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
It's slowly descending again, but it's okay. It's good enough. Alright.
Oh
Here
no.
Here comes the big fairy, like layer.
Fairy rush.
Fairy rush, I guess, yeah. So yeah, this shot struggles on the fairy rush. It's just, you don't have enough damage to make it go by easily.
It always
They're
looks
being
scary, like hugging the
really
right
clean
side of the
on it.
screen when streaming up like that, but that's
Really
actually
clean.
a bit safer
what
than
a good
it looks.
misdirect. Oh, that's actually such a good misdirect timing. Going just
Why
a
is he-
little bit extra to the left to get rid of like the spam from the yellow
give yourself as
fairy.
much room as possible. Absolutely.
Why is
That
Aya
is
the
the
only
routing.
character in this game that gets 2 different main shots between focus and unfocus?
2 different colors for fall, I guess. Red and orange.
But no, it's like actually completely different. Like
Yeah.
your unfocused shot is spread and it's not piercing.
Zune just felt like it's just vibes. Alright. Please do a nice setup.
That'd be
for
a pretty good
instant
character
loading.
for this series, anyway.
I'm actually surprised he made like one of his favorite characters so like useless. Alright. Good setup. Beautiful.
I wonder if it was. I doubt it was intentional, of course.
Zune balancing,
It's
like,
yeah,
sometimes
it's
creates.
Zune gramming, Zune balancing. Alright. I feel kpnyan like the fight doesn't really begin for kpnyan until it's
I
like
mean,
the end of stage 5.
Yeah. I mean, like, Zune is the same person who decided to make Marisa C's missiles in Subterranean Animism not actually explode.
Oh, so actually a little tricky there with going through that second non. Had to reposition slightly.
Nice. See, I actually see nobody ever do the zipper strat on the second non. but I guess I won't
strat,
go
we
into
call
that.
it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into it. It's easier to explain when you just see it, but it's not happening.
Okay, well,
Alright,
Rescue
Pet Bullet.
died to spam.
Yeah, Raymer's homing on the stage 4 Fairy Rush can be kind of tricky just because it's relatively slow and homes in on one particular target and not multiple, so you have
Yeah,
some
and-
issues killing a lot of enemies in that section, actually.
Yeah, and when the homing kills a target, it can take, like, it can
takes
take
another
a
split
while
second to reprioritize targets, too.
It feels more like that the momentum is a bit slow to change,
Look at the
so...
little circles KP is making, beautiful.
Yeah.
Alright. And this last card. This might take a while with Aya.
Yeah. And again, if Naomi decides to stay in the center of the screen,
Just do your best staying alive. At least you have Aya's speed for this one. That does seem nice to go left
yeah,
middle,
now she
left
is
middle,
migrating to the side. That's
or
good.
right middle. Yeah. No, she's cooperating, so get through. Nice. Oh, that was pretty quick. I guess, actually, looking at it, that
Wait,
was a
kpnyan
good, that was
doesn't have
actually a
Aya
good spell
Spring?
card. That spell
kpnyan
card that
doesn't have
kpnyan
Aya
just
Spring
did is
element?
actually a good moment to shotgun with her.
So yeah,
he
in
only
chat,
has,
Cake...
he only has Rainbow and Marissa Spring alongside Marissa Summer, I believe. Yeah,
I mean,
kpnyan
kpnyan is just treating this as like, let's just get more LNNs in my LNN list. I mean, he
At
just
this
did
point- Yeah, at this point you might as well, because...
it. Yeah. He's just gonna go for the toughest one now, I suppose.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the Hellfire Rescue gets. I
Whatever
can...
there is to see.
Yeah. Okay, well fine, I'll check out the mainstream instead.
Just
Okay, well,
curious to see how Aya
ended.
actually routes stage 5 as well.
Oh man, so he did get some rough squeezes on it.
I mean,
Alright.
he did this strat as well with Marisa.
Woo, Nyan, wow. Now, he went to that little sweet spot so quickly after the spirits went away. Actually, it looked a little tight.
Yeah, it
was
always
probably
looks
fine,
tight just
though.
by nature. That's what I've been saying.
Alright, I zoom in around for this section.
Rescue is one miss into stage 5, Alan, to stage 4 spam.
My god, Nyan is still popping off. Alright. Stay strong, please, for the toughest part of the game. Well, like, the toughest, like, 25% of the game that's left, I suppose. Yeah, stall Satano a little bit, so you don't have to deal with the laser yin-yangs. Nice.
The
That's
acceleration
more important
makes
as one of the
damage
shots
control.
that doesn't have spreader homing, though.
Yeah,
Okay,
damage
these
control
fairies-
with Aya
these
looks a
fairies are a bit
awkward.
tanky if your shot is weak, like Aya.
Yeah, just don't accidentally leave one alive as you're going around the screen.
Yeah.
If all else fails, you could probably just leave one alive and dodge
Yeah,
the
no,
rest
that's
to one
okay.
side.
Yeah, you can stall
just
this
like
one
this.
especially. This one's okay. Okay, here it comes. Good. Okay, spin is almost coming. Not quite, I think. No,
A
he
little
is
bit more
spin.
repositioning
No, not
here
yet.
first.
Right. And now comes the spin. They're both really good at the spin. Like Echo and kpnyan. They know how to do it. It's nice to see.
Yeah, some of the contingency plans to set that up too, that I've seen.
Also, I just realized we haven't seen a single Lily spin in chat, despite this being the game where Lily spin
Dude.
originates.
Yeah. I mean, on scoring, you pay more attention to the early game than you do here. Here, every time I'm just like, stage 3.
Well,
like,
well there
let's
was
play-
Lily spin on Echo's screen, which is why I thought of it.
Ah, right.
Oh, it was there.
Yeah. He's on
Lily-
stage 3.
I mean, Lily he's not very noticeable during survival. I'm sorry, I love Lily, but
Doesn't even have a proper spell portrait.
yeah.
And she doesn't
Alright.
even have her own spell background, it's just on.
Nice. Wow. Good damage for Aya there on second on.
Yeah, one thing we haven't mentioned yet about the second on is that the longer it goes on, the more out of sync the two dancers get. So you can get some really weird situations where like amulets from one dancer are going like straight into the lanes of the other, and that can really cut you off without.
Yeah, they
Not
shoot
much
a lot
warning.
of different trap at you, and the longer you wait, the more it's gonna like pile up on top of each other.
So
When it
as someone
gets
like
really
I, it's
insane.
really important to try to speed kill that if you can.
So while we were focusing on kpnyan, Rescue made it to Dancers, still on 1 miss pace.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Oh,
they're getting to this
Rescue.
point, too.
Actually, Rescue's playing Reimu. Reimu sometimes has a bit of a problem where homing goes to the wrong dancer. Like, you know, you're trying to shoot Mai, and then the
died to
no,
second
the
on.
second on.
Died to
And
Behind
behind
Festival.
Festival. Which,
On the one hand, it's not unexpected, but still.
I mean, that isn't. Yeah, no.
they're
it's
still
fine.
resetting
That's
over it because they know that they can't actually beat their previous score.
Okay,
with it.
let me be very clear about this, because it didn't happen too much on like the first runs, but mine Satano are so chaotic. They are maybe the hardest like stage 5 bosses. They're up
Contenders, anyway.
there. They're real contenders. They are so messy and chaotic, and so much weird shit can happen on them.
So much fun at the same time, but when you're trying to go for survival runs like this,
If you're on survival, like they
it can still
so
be very
frustrating.
nerve-wracking. Right, another behind festival attempt here.
Like
And yeah, you can
From
see how
restreaming out of
differently
the way.
Reimu does Behind Festival than
The homing is a
forward
big
focus
advantage
shot.
here.
come on.
Gives you a bit more
the
options to
homing
root
and the
around,
autumn
but-
are nice here. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Rescue's only at 3 power because died to-
Sometimes the homing can
Yeah.
betray you though. Like it's good that they went far away from each other, but sometimes the homing, like half of your homing shots are like, no, I'm gonna shoot you. Don't do that.
I still see a lot of players stay on the right side on Frenzy Taker fighting him. I'm just like, why?
What is this position, man? Oh no, no, look, oh, this is bad. They're getting close to each other. If you're really unlucky, the other dancer will go in front of like the dancer you're trying to shoot, and then you just have to deal with almost double the health. They're like shielding each other off.
Please give them the same health bar at least, like
Yeah.
with prisms.
No, they're doing like RPG strats. They just deliberately put like the one on low HP in the back. That's pretty smart. I mean, that's teamwork.
经典二飞加狂舞。
To some extent, the fall subseason also helping out towards the end of the Dancers fight, both on the Behind Festival and I'm sure some during Frenzy Tego Frightening.
Yeah. So 3 miss.
Right
this-
now, everyone's kind of chilling. Yeah, 3 miss. I mean,
Okino
if they own
winning run
NFP
right now.
It's an okay run. It can be an okay second place, but definitely one Echo can also like contest if they keep playing Mursa Summer.
Well, here's the thing though. We're about 3/4 of the way through reset time, and 2 of the players still don't have a score on the board.
Yeah,
So
I mean Echo
Time really is flying.
I believe Echo can like get points on the board with this shot type. He can get
Yeah.
a 5 miss at the very least. I mean, he's been playing really well, but he's also just been losing runs to some of the simpler patterns, just maybe due to like sheer little brain farts. He can absolutely get there.
知道这个6道中有多弱智了。你可以拿春
Staying way towards
Like,
the right
it-
side here.
It is
Got out
pretty
of there just in
manageable.
time, actually.
It's pretty manageable to get like 3 miss or so into Okina, and then you have a
Okay.
little bit of buffer space for her.
okay, Okina move left. Good.
Yeah, that looks.
You can see a lot of left movements on that spell so
Nice.
far.
And now
That doesn't mean it's going to be very easy afterwards, though.
Scorched Earth was one wave with Marisa. It's gonna be another wave with Reimu.
True.
But you can get some shotgunning in
Scorched Earth.
with all at the start, and even throughout the wave,
Yeah.
because it kind of forces you
That's
towards the
right.
center of the screen. That's a bit of extra DPS right there. Very important.
Nice. I am always like clenching during this card. It's not the most difficult, but those fireball hitboxes,
Cutting it close.
they're so mean.
It's like 1.5 waves in that case. Obviously putting it safe by just preemptively going through some of the other waves afterwards.
I think they could have just gone down. No, never
Yeah,
mind.
I thought so too, but like I said, they were
And now-
being a bit on the safe side just in case it didn't work
Right.
out.
And now
Reimu is
Greta will,
nice at
yeah.
this.
yeah, like the homing will mean that Reimu takes up significantly less time than Marisa on this.
Yeah, you can play really safe on this card as Reimu and still get like a decent kill time.
A little bit more aggressive there, actually.
Yeah.
Going right down the center.
They had to catch
Catch
those.
those.
He messed up with his direct timing, but that's okay. You can get away with that usually. Maybe it was planned.
And
They were paying attention. That was the big thing. So they didn't
Yeah,
expect that.
yeah. No, it's okay. That happens.
Oh boy, Snowman.
Yeah, Snowman. I mean, it's
this is
no
where the
matter
real
which
pain
slot you
starts.
take, it gets a little silly. Come on, Snowman has not been nice this match.
Good opportunities to stay high up early on, actually. This is
Yeah. Ooh.
Now
That
it
was
gets
a,
tricky.
that
Now
was
we're
a
at the
nasty
bottom.
micro.
like there are particular parts of the
I would have microed that.
crushed. Yeah.
There were some ways out there.
It's okay. It's still 4
It's
minutes.
Snowman. Yeah. No, this is like I said. Okina 2 miss is like kind of. I mean, I guess they're playing Autumn, but like Okina 2 miss or one miss right now, 2 miss would be like kind of expected if you ask me. So if they
But
get one miss,
remember-
that's
All the
already a
potential-
really good performance.
All the potential difficult cards she has, yeah.
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 But remember what was mentioned at the start of the match about like the bad subseasons having like a 1.5 miss buffer over their good subseason counterparts.
Yeah.
Even if Rescue clears 4 miss, any clear from Echo Alert will be enough to beat that 4 miss with Marisa Summer.
Right.
It is still important to consider too that, you know, whether
Please.
someone is just comfortable
Get
with a
through
shot in the
these
first
cards.
place for this
Don't do anything
competition.
silly. Come on, this thing is like nearly just a route. It pretty much just is a route. Oh, he's actually. Okay, he's
Just going
Yeah.
full pacifist here? Not,
I
not
don't know.
even like
Some people like to go full pacifist on this. They were doing
Yeah,
it.
because
on-
like even if you shoot down while still timing the phase transitions, you still like almost time it out anyway. Because the
You are
the
still
different phases
doing it like within the
activate
last
at-
30 seconds, yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
the benefit is that like if you completely do pacifist, she always switches phases on the exact same frame, therefore becomes like very static. Basically just
Well,
static,
no.
yeah, right?
If you're trying to cap, what you would do is you would damage it to a bit before the next phase would activate. Then you
Yeah,
wait,
like,
like what you do on Idola Diabolos.
Idola, yeah.
The
I
main
mean,
thing
that
with
is my
doing this full
that would be my
pacifist strat,
preferred way. That would be my preferred way of doing this, but I guess it's not everybody's.
yeah. I mean, the main thing with doing the full pacifist strat here is just you're not going to cap the attack at the end, you're just going to time it out.
And like Ellen also says, I guess you can overshoot it. I mean, that's pretty manageable.
There's actually no markings in the health bar for when the different phases are, from what I remember, so...
No, there are.
Or there are. Maybe it's future games I'm thinking of, actually.
Yeah. Well,
Alright.
I mean, even if you do time it out, there isn't a full spell bonus in this game.
Come on, rescue.
It's not normally something you think of.
Oh
No!
Panic.
Just get the clear. 4 miss
Finish
versus
it,
5
finish
miss
it.
doesn't
Yeah,
mean
just finish it.
anything. It doesn't mean anything in this context.
They're basically just
Just
timing. They have to time it down now. 10
finish
seconds left.
You're so close. God, his audio. It's falling apart.
Stream! The
Oh,
screen share!
I mean, they made it. Okay. Well, he's got points. He's got points.
Pull out the 5
Yeah,
miss.
getting a run on the board, that's the important thing.
He blew up Okina so hard that, like, it collapsed the stream for a second.
Yeah.
No timing on that. Okay.
Alright. Oh, Echo Alert got through spins. That's good.
Yeah, I was a bit
Okay,
worried about
one
the
miss.
timing on that,
One
actually.
miss into dancers.
That's always good. Always just
Okay.
go for it. Unless,
I'm
like,
assuming that's an ending blocker, but I cannot read it because
Yeah.
it's in Chinese.
I do not. Yeah, I'm sorry. No translate.
And even if I could read Chinese, it's blurry.
Something about the
Unfortunately, no
elements,
help with
but-
that either.
Alright. Please decimate the dancers for all of us, Echo. Just destroy them. Okay, please get the second non, like, down very quickly. Ooh, they're moving towards each other. Alright, I actually don't know what's Okay, no, that does not seem preferable then. Okay, please don't die again. That would be kind of painful. Good. It's been 1600 hours. Damn. Rescue got points in right now. Echo still needs to do the same, but this run, even though it's 2 misses just now, still looks good.
Still a lot of game left.
The problem is, like, no matter what pace, like, Okina can always destroy it pretty much.
Yeah, like, again, Echo Alert just needs to clear to beat Rescue's score.
Yeah. He can do it, I believe him. I believe in him. Otherwise you wouldn't pick a shot type if you can't finish with it.
Well, here's the thing, though. Any 5-miss clear, no matter what the shot type, will at the very least tie Rescue's current score. So
Yeah.
if Echo does not,
Please, behind Christopher. Oh, they're moving towards each other again. Oh my god.
Mine's kind of towards the front. But
Oh
I don't
my
see where
god,
I
what
move
is
here.
this
No,
movement?
no, Mai, what are you doing? Please. She's almost on the left side. Okay, it's good. We're safe.
Yeah,
We're back. We're
you
back.
really have to focus more on restreaming
We're
that
back.
safely.
Okay, we're actually back.
There you go.
Awesome. Good job, Echo.
I'm
So,
loving some of
as I
these
was
behind
saying
festival
before-
clears tonight, actually.
Oh,
Very impressive.
man.
So yeah, as I was saying before this, behind Festival, like, if Echo Alert doesn't actually finish with TWC's score from this run, like, he should probably, like, actually switch to a good subseason just to make sure that
honestly,
finishes.
whatever he's
comfortable with.
practiced for.
Yeah,
If he practiced for summer, then just do it again and die less, honestly. But if he has like a Marissa Winter or something that he feels he can LNN, yeah.
okay.
He could try and go for
Yeah,
that.
that was still a very good recovery, though, after that one miss.
Yeah, no, that was a good recovery. I mean,
As good as position
the
as you
answers,
can get
the
now.
answers were not nice to him at all. So he did a good job. Really good job.
This is this 1 miss or 2 miss? I think this is 2 miss, but the miss tracker
It's
says
2
1
miss.
miss.
Yeah, so I think it's behind, because he already had a miss before the second on spell. I don't think he was in end phase before that, but okay.
Who else could clarify that? Because I must have missed it too.
There was definitely a miss on Mayan Satino second on, so we'll see. Alright. The big suspense phase.
Saying Narumi's first spell was the other miss.
Narumi spell 1. Hurts. They are not going for the safe spot on it. Like, not to bully.
Yeah.
But I would try and learn the alignment, even if it's really
far from
tight.
the easiest attack without the safe spot.
Yeah. No, it's like, yeah, usually they'll survive it, but sometimes it goes like full moon howling on you and throws a pretty rough amulet wave at you.
Or you just psych yourself out and hit something.
Oh, what?
Oh, the nerves, I guess. Sometimes people mistap on this one.
Has he done any non-LNN credits? None of them that didn't reset.
Man.
Like, he's had a few.
Get the
spring
Okina out.
credits
Just
that-
do your best. Get the Okina out, then you still have time to reset.
She's moving right this time.
right.
Movement. Okay, should still be fine.
These
though.
are actually not too bad, all
Yeah.
things considered.
Oh,
Nice.
Failed by
Back
the
to full
cancel.
power. See, that's I mean, I said it before, but that's the one nice thing about Okina. She does give power.
I can't tell who to focus on. Stage 4 spam in kpnyan stream or the Scorched Earth that's going to be coming on Echo stream.
I'm gonna be looking at Scorched Earth. Should be one way.
Yeah.
Don't get mean by fireballs, please. Okay, good. Nice little dash there. Ooh, that was tight. Yeah, that sucks.
Saw what they were going for, though.
Yeah, I glanced over to Echo screen and saw that like a moment before it happened. Okay, well, yeah.
This is the Okina
Cappy survived spam.
experience. This is what I mean when she just train wrecks runs. Even if the first death was a little bit like just a nerf death.
I hear stories about some players actually prefer to fight Junko over Okina for survival play.
Okay, he's
This
going
is a big
aggressive.
reason why.
Nice. You might as well just play Psycho right now. Just do it. Get that rage out. Oh, okay, yeah, no, don't be aggressive there, actually. Good dash. Good pivot.
If it works, it works.
That was nice.
In that
Yeah,
way, this
no.
is a results-based business.
Okay. Here comes Snowman.
Another big moment here.
Please be normal, Snowman.
Already it's not. Look
It's
at this.
not.
Yeah, that
No,
first bit looked
pretty important
horrendous.
push-up, though.
Oh my god.
Man, this card.
Yeah, there are certain parts of the spell background that are brighter than others, and those are actually good opportunities to push up, because you'll be able to see all the black bullets beforehand,
Yeah.
too.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
nice cap. Now time for the tippy
there.
taps.
What?
You.
What is Rescue doing? Why are they...
I don't know why that happened. Okay, come on, Echo. This non-spell is usually okay, but sometimes people die on it if they're nervous. Okay,
Is Rescue getting stage 1 jailed?
maybe. It is possible. It is possible, though, 16 to get, like, Eternity jailed. If anywhere in the early game, it's probably gonna be that.
It's not Eternity, though. It's the
Oh, it's the
stage
stage.
section.
Yeah.
Like,
Even the
the
stage
free
section is kind of
mid-boss.
fast-paced compared to some other parts of the
So
early
I
game.
can imagine it if you're, like, late into the game. Maybe he's tired.
Yeah, there's less than 10 minutes left as well for the end of
Alright,
recent
so-
time.
Time for Perfect
Okay.
Summer Ice again.
You don't need to
Alright,
cap, you just need a one
please.
miss.
You just need
And if you can limit that one miss to the really hard turnaround on phase 4, that's also
just
pretty
one,
big.
Just one miss. Clueless.
You just have to get there first.
Alright, yeah, no premature deaths would be good. That usually doesn't happen.
As long as you
on
time all the
Summer
phase
Ice,
transitions.
but- Okay, okay, we're close. Okay, now it comes good phase transition. Please get the last one as well. Oh, that
Wow.
sucks. They can die again now. That's really early. Okay, that transition, I mean, it saved them.
I'm not sure why they were staying in that part of the
push,
screen
but-
for so long. You have
Kina
to,
is gonna
you have to
come
start
down.
the turnaround
No,
earlier.
it's over. Reset.
Yeah. Reset and... Yeah, this is what I
They
was
must
talking
know
about.
the
They're gonna
time
pick
that's
around.
left too.
Yeah, and they've... Like, they've got to be checking
Or Echo.
the other scores. Like, they have to know that the
Well,
best thing they can do
even
is just
independent of
get
the
it
scores.
clear on the board.
Right. Yeah. No, and
Like,
might
they just don't
actually
have a
be
run
the
at all.
best.
That wouldn't beat anything.
You're right. It might actually just be the best for him to grab Winter and just get a run out. It would give him the edge. Yeah.
Yeah.
There he goes. Very good. Get it in. You get it in. Just do Extreme Winter. Just use the extra damage. Just get in the run. It's the best strategy. Best strategy right now. Okay, so the Winter Shot is really nice, actually. It's a good bit of extra DPS. And it
Unfortunately,
gives
you can't use the most broken thing about it in a no-release run.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
Winter's
Well, you
actually
only see it
really
early on,
broken,
I guess,
and you
as
can
you're
see it on
first building
stage
up the
1.
shot.
You can actually see it on stage 1 right now. Only the front laser is supposed to shoot, like, and get stronger, but they all accumulate on...
Yeah, Eternity mid-boss just melts. The bullets didn't even reach.
Yeah,
What I
stage
understand, the
1
way it works is that when you add in a new sub-shot as you collect the season items, it just adds an extra laser on it instead of just making the previous laser stronger.
Yeah.
And it's only resets when you stop shooting.
Yeah,
And
but
this
unfortunately...
is forced upon you when you go to something like boss dialogue.
Unfortunately, you can only really use it on, like, before Eternity, because when you reach Eternity, the dialogue will force you to stop shooting.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, everybody on stage 1 in Touhou 16, I can't.
Just a fun little thing to have to start out, even if it's not useful much else in the game.
Maybe we can see what, like, one big rush together into the last stages. I always like it when that happens, so it's a bit
Last
more
run magic?
Echo's good. I mean, Echo just grabbed his last run magic. Very cold magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, even when the sub-shots reset to their normal strength, Marissa W is still very strong against bosses.
Yeah, Marissa Winter's DPS powerhouse. Just giant laser beam. You can tell that was a lot quicker than, like, the spring and summer.
And it doesn't stop there either.
Oh, it's so nice for this to just have high damage.
So, Mango, here's the thing, though. There are points where you are forced to POC just from, like, dialogue showing up. It is a theoretical thing, But you'd basically be torturing yourself, and where would you even use the stacked lasers? On, like, behind Festival? On, like, Okina? Good luck getting enough grays for that on Okina.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really seen anybody try, but maybe it's because it's too tough to use. I don't know.
Yeah, like at this point,
There's way too many season items that
Someone
spawn throughout the
deliberately
whole
didn't
game as
get
you're
level
killing everything
6.
else too.
Right. Someone has done it for Nemuno, but yeah, no, okay, that's
the
actually
entire game, it's
viable,
gotta be
but Nemuno
borderline
also
impossible,
just
I think.
Nemuno. No, but
You
I
probably
guess,
just have
I
to
guess
pass
that's a
through
good
a lot of
way.
stuff instead if you really want to.
That is a good way to
force that.
simplify Nemuno a little bit, but also, if you're playing Winter Shot, Nemuno goes down quick enough. In my opinion, anyway. Alright. There's actually not that much I can say about Stage 2. Like I said, it's just Touhou 16 early game is not where the difficulty lies at all.
well, Rescue's finally passed Eternity Mid-Boss.
If you want to see an insane early game, go to the next survival match. Touhou 18. Especially if there are Sakia players.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just so bummed I won't be able to see that live though, just
Oh my
because
god,
it's at a
it is
really
a cool
bad time
strat,
for me.
just hanging out at the top here. I think
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of people actually do that. I just don't
Well,
for some reason, but...
Low-K early game is like even more brutal than UM early game. But in UM early game, it takes so long to get full power.
As a frequent player of both, I know, I guess you're right, but it's
Yeah, the power gain in UM is a really tough thing to get around.
You can get like 2 power before the stage 1 mid-boss if you play really, really aggressively, and then you don't get 4 power until like well after
Until
stage
boss
2 mid-boss.
Takane, yeah.
Nobody... Okay, so everybody is going to be stuck in early game, like, until the timer turns out. My English...
Timer runs
until
out,
the
yeah.
timer runs out. So, that's a little unfortunate for them. They can't really do any, like, run killer...
Attacks, yeah.
Yeah, like, quick run killer experiments, however you want to call it. There are no buffers.
The only one I can think of is maybe Nemuno's
I'm
first
sorry,
spell. but
I'm so sleep deprived, man. I'm sorry. It's early. But yeah. No, okay, so actually with Versa Winter, he can actually shoot down these Nemuno non-spells.
yeah, even without the range, he's strong enough to get the damage in when she actually is positioned correctly. There are some other shots in this game that literally don't have the DPS to end those non-spells, though.
I love this spell card. I don't know what it is. It's so satisfying to dodge. Kind of tricky, but...
Yeah, it is.
Oh wow, it's also dead
And ends you really
extremely
quickly
fast.
as Marissa W.
Yeah. Oh, it must be so satisfying for him to just finally just grab the Winter Shot and melt everything like this.
It's been a lot of those boss attacks, too, that have been causing issues tonight, so... Sort of extra bit of insurance here.
Yeah. Stage sections are probably just as tricky with winter as they are with summer. I can't see many moments in which that winter damage is going to help.
A lot of it is
Stage
just
might
also
still
summer being basically useless because of how far it's spread
Yeah.
out and how little damage it does.
There will be like some big fairies you will kill faster, but big fairies are not really the problem in this game. It's a huge help on bosses though. But yeah, he just needs to get through the game. And I mean, I've seen him just play with Summer. He's been playing really well, but like just not good enough to get like a run with points on the board. So this is a very logical pivot for him, and probably one that's
That's the
gonna
risk
win
you
the
take
game,
with a timed competition.
or get him second. I mean, just needs to keep it together while he's probably a little tired from like all the previous attempts. But yeah, stage 3, I mean, same with stage 2, we didn't really mention it much, but that's because it's quite simple.
Yeah.
So no,
A
the thing
lot of
with
aim
Echo,
stuff, some static stuff here and there.
the thing with Echo is that he's been getting like really solid runs to Okina, but they end up 6 miss. Like, that's
Yeah.
how it's been going for him. So,
He's really been experiencing the Touhou 16 endgame experience,
yeah,
basically.
so with, like, Winter, he could maybe avoid, like, those last couple misses on
Yeah.
Perfect
Oops, safe
Samurai.
spot.
Yeah,
It-
not unexpected here either.
Nice. Alright.
and it's
Lily
the final
spin.
Lily spin. There's 30 seconds left until the final run,
Yan, I mean,
which is enough
the
for
third
Nyan's
last.
reach.
hopefully the third last Lily spin, or second last.
Yeah, well, it's enough time for Nyan to reach Lily spin perfectly synchronized with the final run.
Let's do it, the ultimate Lily spin. As long as he spins it. Alright.
5,
Yeah.
Echo.
three,
Here comes the big Lily
2,
spin.
1. All right,
Final run. And Lily
Springtime.
enters.
I wish it was springtime again, man. I'll take the allergies over the heat. It's okay.
Easy choice for me since I don't have any known allergies. So.
Oh,
that
wow.
helps.
Yeah. Alright. Please, just get through Owen. You have the winter shot. She should, like, disappear super fast.
And just don't get too crazy
Is
on some
she
of these
moving
non-spells.
well?
Is the main thing.
Yeah, she is, but it's fine.
Just take
Alright.
advantage of the DPS when you're positioned under the boss.
Wow, he has a cute... Oh, wow, he has a, like,
But
really
yeah,
cute strategy for
stalling
the
for a
first
little bit
jelly
extra
beans.
time.
He
Just
does,
based
like,
on the way the
he
jelly
does,
beans
like,
move.
Terraria Duke Fischl misdirects on the first jelly beans.
That's a little bit of
funny,
min-maxing
Echo.
right there. I like it.
You do realize that most people watching this have no idea what you mean when after you said Terraria.
If there are Terraria enjoyers in the chat, press shit, what's a good Terraria emote? What's her name? What's the centipede from Touhou 18? How did I forget her name? Mushi?
Momoyo?
Imamushi.
Momoyo.
Momoyo death. Post Momoyo death. Terraria enjoyers. Alright.
Oh, it's Momoyo Die, not Momoyo
Momoyo
Death.
die. My bad. I fumbled the request. Alright. Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
the clone
Owen
also
is
melts
just
his Marissa
gone.
W.
Like, the fake Owen dies so quickly. No, this card is like really easy if you have a strong shot, and if you have a weak shot, you have to put some effort into like streaming slowly, but
and also taking more time to kill the clone.
Yeah, which means you get less damage per cycle, which means more cycles, and yeah.
No, I see a fair amount of like Terraria players. I see some Duke Fischl and misdirect understanders, I think. Hopefully. Alright.
Okay, and Lily has left the screen for the final time. There is no more Lily. This TW. Actually, no. They're. What am I saying? Great fairy words. There's going to be more Lily in TWC.
There will be more Lily in the World Cup. Just no more Lilies this match. Alright, I mean, yeah, everybody should be getting to stage 4 at the very least. Oh, I just really want
just
Echo.
got in.
I really want Echo to just finish it. He's been playing like just barely not good enough to get points.
We all want Echo to finish.
So
it.
close.
Oh, rescue dying on Un's opener. They really go like way out of their way to go through the opener. But I think that's just left them open to just the misdirection. Really screwing them over.
By the way, Echo is playing at like 1 AM. Oh my god. Playing HSiFS at 1 AM, that's an experience. Yeah, no, we had an LNN, like immediately kpnyan was just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to LNN with Marissa Spring and like instantly just win the match. It was kind of ridiculous.
In so many ways. Still no shortage of action elsewhere though throughout this match.
Oh no, the bit rate's dying on screen share. I'm gonna tab to the main stream.
Alright. One more fairy rush for Echo. This is the one. Please stay in there. Stay in there.
Oh god, the bit rate. Oh no! No! Okay, it's fine.
Not much of a
You
time
just
to
need
get
to
through
clear.
that, yeah.
It's
You
okay,
just
they're
need
playing
to clear.
Winter. They have more than enough space. Ah, but that is a big safety
That is
net
still unfortunate,
on
yeah.
that extra miss buffer. Still has to be on edge, unfortunately.
Well, it puts them, yeah, it puts them in line with rescue for their current run. But here's the thing, though, they still have, there's still the pressure on them to get that 5 miss in.
Alright. Capture this, please. Now it is, at least in my opinion, a lot more okay to go for the bottom capture. But please, oh my god, he's gonna do another one! Get through, please. I don't know if he had to do that. I think he could have cancelled it mid-spell, but...
Again, just a lot of playing it safe rather than risking trying to go for a speed kill, but then missing out and just barely.
Oh, he's zippering! He's zippering!
Oh,
okay,
okay.
we saw one.
Oh yeah,
tiny
that's.
little-
Yeah,
Well, I guess that's
spam.
what you call moving up through the lanes.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
You get extra
Yeah, I just
DPS as a
spam.
forward shot. That makes more sense now that I see it in action.
Alright. Alright,
Yeah,
pet bullet, please. These players are a lot better at pet bullet than I am.
Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying before all this, like KP dead spam. So yeah.
I guess they did. They don't have max bombs anymore.
Yeah. KP can't improve anymore. They can still, like, of course, play it out just for the hell of it, which they are doing. Yeah. That looks like a really awkward wave of Hellfire. Okay, they're alternating sides.
Stage 5. We're getting there. Unfortunately, Winter's not going to help much on this stage. Up until the boss, it will help. The boss will help a lot, but like not on the stage.
Does Summer help that much on the stage? It looks like it just tickles each enemy.
No, it doesn't. No, not in comparison to Summer. But like Winter is helping on the bosses a lot. It is not going to help on the stage section. Is what I mean.
When talking just for like general play with like,
Rescue
which
tried to
subseason you
spam
might
as
want to pick is Marissa.
Oh no.
It's still a very tough section, even when you know what to do. Yeah, the main thing though for Marissa when you're trying to pick a subseason, that her biggest issue really, like in terms of her main shot, is the lack of range. That's why you might consider something like Fall over Winter.
Yeah, like unlike something like Fall or unlike something like Summer or Spring, Fall actually does add, like the damage it adds isn't insignificant.
Yeah, but the main thing is like the extra horizontal reach you get with the Fall shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, even if your lasers aren't hitting, the damage from Fall subseason alone isn't insignificant.
Alright. A little bit of extra insurance
Don't
against
melt
whatever you're trying to
something
target.
too quickly. Please stall here. Stall. Good.
I think I'm a bit behind.
Statana's been cooperating pretty well with her movement on that mid-spell. Sometimes if she moves down too much, you have to like move up to a higher space than what you might normally do.
Alright.
Oh no, the bitrate is dying. Did Rescue die to Bullet Golem? Yeah, that Rescue died to Pet Bullet.
Oh no, there's actually Pet Bullet death. That hurts.
Ran into the boss.
And that can happen too, actually, because you're always circling up high on the screen to get around the actual Pet Bullet.
Yeah, I am going to watch this on the original stream.
A little bit of a funky route for the Dancers opener, just looking at that, but they seem to have it down. They've been doing that pretty consistently tonight. Alright, now it's time to get some redemption on the second non here. Not necessarily streaming the Mentos in one direction like you'd normally expect, but they made that work.
Okay. Normal behind use every time so far. That's good.
Like, I have no idea what would even be required for bad RNG. Like, would it involve, like, boss movement being awkward? Would it involve, like, a clump of arrows falling down in the exact same spot?
Probably it's like the arrows combining with the misdirects. And, I mean, it's okay when that happens.
It's gotta be a combination of all those things at once, really.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, behind festivals.
But behind
You
festivals,
go for the
real
horizontal
one.
restream here.
Yeah.
Okay, left side. Oh, they're getting close to each other. They're gonna eat damage. That's oh, nice. Okay, good. We're back. He is actually a little bit back now. Come on. Just get through this, please. If you get through this,
That's
I
how it's
wanna
moving to the
jinx.
bottom left
I don't
too.
wanna
That's actually
jinx.
pretty
That
big.
Okay, makeable, pretty okay.
Ooh. Just got shotgun there.
Oh my god, he's not getting the damage in. I think this card also starts desyncing more and more. Okay, good. Nice.
Don't all of the dancers
Not nearly as
patterns
bad
desync?
as non 2 if it does, yeah. But
There we go.
that's still
Oh,
very
look at the
important though, to get
rescue.
past the Dancers as well as they did.
Okay. Okay, now he has quite the buffer for Akina. This should be okay. Given how I've seen him play, he can get out the 4 miss or less. That should not be a big deal, especially since he gets Extreme Winter. Like, the final spell's different for him now, it's a good bit easier.
He doesn't need a 4 miss to beat Rescue's major run. Or to beat Rescue's...
No, yeah, I mean, he
There
has 4
still
misses
does-
for Akina, is what
Yeah,
I'm
for
trying to say.
Akina.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So even if Akina is, like, really bad, he should be able to get away. Pretty okay. I mean, Marissa Winter is, like, really strong, which helps a lot on Akina, because it's just one big final boss you have to shoot the whole time.
You thought Marissa disintegrated bosses before. Wait till you see Marissa W specifically.
I mean, it's still not as fast as Eternity Mid-Non, but...
Yeah, well, we're not non-bug shots.
That would be, that would be really nice if you could just, you know, get the stacking lasers on Akina, then she just melts. I mean, I've seen that.
That's something you do in like stage practice.
Yeah,
Where
it's
you're
in
still
one
gaining
phase.
sub shots mid boss fight.
Earn your 1cc's, cause...
true. Yeah.
Also want some redemption on this non-spell here.
Yes, please, just get through it.
It is generally a static pattern compared to where Okina is, though.
I mean,
It's very
yeah,
learnable,
literally
despite
is.
how tight it is.
But it's tight, so sometimes people misstep. Okay. This looks like a nice halo.
I think Echo may actually
Melt
be
her,
trying
please. Oh my god, she's moving again!
Ooh, wow. He went to the tail end
That
of
was
something
the
there?
tail. Yeah, he got tilt.
Yeah.
That hurts.
That was so hard to see.
But he has the room for it. Oh, rescue dying to behind Fistfall. Okay, just...
Marissa W is also a very reliable one cycle here on Scorched Earth. Just get through the hard part.
Almost chill out, chill
Yeah,
out.
that's good.
Okay.
Until... Yeah.
Yeah, laser tails are mean in Touhou.
Oh, Alan. Like, I have...
Yeah, not just
one
on
time I have
Halo.
died to, one time while doing, like
Alright.
a meme patch, I have died to, like, one of Raifu's thunder lasers after the sprite had completely passed.
No, really? Man, he's really making it tight for himself.
They're just not moving
Dying to
preemptively on
awesome
that.
guard. Man.
That's very odd decision, yeah.
I thought laser tips were purely visual, Alan.
No. No, laser. Oh, tips. Yeah. Tilts.
Something out of the woods here.
Story.
Black Snowman.
Okay, Snowman, please don't die to Snowman. That would be such a nice buffer.
I already had to
Come
make
on,
some
it's
pretty
winter,
clutch
it's winter
micros.
shot. Let's go.
And that is the importance of Marissa W's DPS.
Oh, man.
Right there.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. Like, he has to fumble it really hard on Extreme Winter to not get it now. No jinxes. No, but he is in the clear. I cannot imagine it going wrong now after a Snowman cap. Just take it, be chill on Spring. Marissa will do the
Don't rush
damage.
here on April Wizard either. Try and rush back to the center.
He has
Just
to
gotta
get
be
a
careful.
ridiculous wizards.
It's up.
Okay, good.
That actually was kind of close, but they made it.
So something to note here is if Echo actually
Okay.
capped Extreme Winter, he is guaranteed second place. Since
You have, yeah. He is.
Even
Then
if
he's
he-
absolutely guaranteed second place.
Oh, they're actually
Even
doing a
if he
little bit of
dies once
Doppler
on
effect
Winter.
there.
Yeah, even if he dies once on Winter, he is still guaranteed second place because Ramu Autumn has less TWC score than Marisa Winter. It's like 10 versus 12, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, Marissa Winter has the advantage. Points-wise, I mean. Not short type-wise.
Yeah, it's just because Extreme Winter itself is a
Alright.
harder card than Crazy Fall Wind.
Yeah, like this
Yeah.
card is around
Even
the
just being like
difficulty of-
average difficulty overall is that much of a difference.
This is like the most normal and fun final boss spell in
Yeah.
the game.
The main thing though is
Okay, that's okay.
There's the
well,
death.
there's
okay,
one
that's
death,
okay,
but
just finish it. You're in. You're in.
Yeah.
the main
you're
thing
in.
though is you
Finish it.
really kind
Finish it.
of be kind of
Points.
aggressive with moving through these lanes because otherwise you're just gonna get left behind and get crushed by something else.
Oh my god, the orbs!
Ooh, wow.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
what he
that-
wanted to avoid, but he slipped through at the
Okay.
very end.
Well, Echo's
There we go.
just clinched second place
He's in. He's in.
as Cappy. Did
He
Cappy
got the
die as
points.
Snowman?
Oh man.
No,
He got
Cappy
the
has not
points.
died as Snowman.
This is fine. That's the what's going on.
Yeah, that looks like behind
It's like
Festival.
paint. It's paint behind festival.
But you can see the arrows and stars.
Yeah, it's yeah.
And actual arrows instead of arrowheads.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Come on, rescue. I have no idea what's happening to the audio. I don't know if it's
Right now
on
it's
screen
on
like
KP's
that.
screen.
Oh, duh. Yeah, it is KP. I thought it was like super desynced on rescue. My bad.
Okay, this is 2 miss.
Oh, what a painful death for rescue.
Oh yeah, Snowman's really not letting up here either.
No, he died. Oh man. Okay, rescue, please.
As hard as the attack is already, you really just gotta make sure you
Oh
don't
my
psych
God.
yourself out there
No.
like Snowman.
It's all falling apart. I think that actually settles it. Joe only.
No. No,
We're
like, it
building
was
now?
settled as soon as Echo cleared.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
But even with just this run, what they
This
have
will
right
hurt.
now, they can't really improve on their score at all.
Rescue does need a hug. Yeah.
Is this 5 miss or 6 miss?
They died twice
I
on
think it
Black
was
Snowman,
6
right?
miss, actually, but
That
all
would
we
be
know
6
is
if it was
it's-
twice on Black Snowman.
all we know is
Oh.
that it's Tenku Chauffeur. The scores are set. Okay, wait, kpnyan is on a spring cap almost. Come on. Come on. Please, one more.
Any BCB cap is always impressive.
what a
Oh
nice
my
micro.
God,
He
lane
squeezed.
They just
micro.
go through the lane.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Yeah, they squeezed through like the line there. That was clutch. That was really close.
So to put into
The
perspective,
classic
how
do something incredibly dangerous, survive, and then die to something a lot less dangerous right after.
Yeah. It happens too
he
much.
is an actual super in this game. Like, even the run they just got, even without LNNing on their first credit of the match, that still would have won them the match
Yeah.
by a significant
Spring
margin as
miss.
well.
I mean, kpnyan is a beast.
Yeah. An Aya Spring 5 miss would have won them the match. Like that just goes to show how hard this game is to even get TWC score in. Like,
If you play the bad shots, yeah.
Yeah. Right now they're just trying to
Fall
actually
off.
finish the run.
Come
But
on. Come on, man.
well, you said they were trying to finish the run.
Rescue.
Do you mean finishing my game over?
Ah, what the hell? Poor guy. He needs a hug.
Was that my second jinx ever?
Alright. I did not expect that, man. Okay.
So
good.
yeah, here are
That
your
was one hell of a
standings.
match. Yeah, so here are the standings. So on third place, there's Rescue with a Rainbow Autumn 5 miss. Second place,
And-
we have Echo Alert with his last run, still getting points on the board with his Smursa Winter 4 miss. And then big first place, absolutely destroyed the match, I gotta be honest, was kpnyan's very first run, being a Marisa Spring LNNN.
And the true second
Incredible.
place finisher of this match in the top right corner is Okina.
Hey Cherno,
that
you're an
is-
ice
that is a
fairy or
good
something,
picture.
right? I have a little present for you. Oh my god. The
I am
snowman.
I'm sorry if the joke I made was in bad taste.
Poor Cherno. Getting absolutely decimated.
We didn't
Doesn't she
even see a
want more
Cherno
ice
in
and
this
snow?
match.
No, we didn't even see a Cherno. It was all, yeah, no, it was like everyone except Cherno. But we'll see more Cherno on Great Fairy Wars and Lily.
she got to force all the ice and snow on her enemies instead.
Sorry, sorry if I broke the mic there. I was in a very big fight with a mosquito. Alright, but,
So-
yeah.
What do we have for Sunday?
Actually,
Two other really big matches, that's what.
if Echo
Yeah.
Alert wants to, he can be in the interview. I'll ask him for a second.
See how they feel, yeah.
While you guys introduce the upcoming matches.
Yeah.
Right.
So this category was introduced last year. It's Lunatic, no bomb, no cards. And I believe, like in last year, if you bought anything except for money from the shop, your run was immediately invalid. It's not like a harsh miss penalty. It's your run is just not worth anything. So yeah, it's money only. This is where the power loss is huge.
And the difficulty is even huger.
Yeah.
Alright, Echo is up for interview. Oh,
And then-
okay. Oh, I missed the survival intro. Ah, shit. Okay.
And then after we have, after being absent in 2022, we have the return of SA Lunatic scoring, which, yeah.
We didn't have it last year. It was actually, I was so sad because SA Lunatic
Me
scoring
too,
is
yeah.
incredible category to watch. But, yeah.
There's
we're
a
gonna
ton to
see-
go over in SA scoring, but it
There's
is really
so
fun
much.
to watch, really fun to play too if you ever get
Yeah.
into it.
Just hope
Absolute
the players don't get
grace
stage 1
beast.
jailed too much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
But
scoring,
it's-
so anything can happen anywhere in the game, basically.
Mhm.
Not only that, but if you play, like, for Rainbow at least, you are constantly on the verge of game overs until, at the very least, stage 4.
Yeah, basically once you get to Satori, you're hanging on like a razor's edge the entire time as Reimu A.
It's an absolute grace buffet though, especially if it's Remue.
Yeah.
So cool to watch. And yeah, no, I'm gonna be there for Unconnected Marketeers Lunatic No Bomb as well, because that category is actually insane. You're insane if you're playing this on Touhou World Cup. It is such a difficult and punishing category.
Unfortunately,
Like
I
the
can't watch
one-
that live. It's just at a really bad time for me.
Yeah, it's at an even
it's a
worse
real
time
grand
for me.
as well. But I really want to be there.
Still better time
once.
for someone like you. It's like 2 a.m. where I live.
Ah, yeah.
When is... Let me actually go to the site.
All right, I'm gonna bring in our interviewee, Echo Alert. Oh, well, there goes my name on the stream. But hello, Echo. How are you?
Oh yeah.
Welcome.
Pretty well.
Yeah, you did good. Oh man, you
I
were
was-
really,
yeah, still nice job today.
you were really getting the Touhou 16 experience in your match, like intense.
Yeah, I was so nervous at the beginning, especially, and
Yeah.
with especially that chain death at the end of Narumi on the first run into like trying to pick up power and totally failing at the beginning of stage 5, just like knocked my nerves back so hard.
Yeah. No, we could tell sometimes.
TWC can be like that because of the time format.
Yeah.
So
How'd
Echo,
you feel later on, though? Able to recover from that point with your nerves?
When I was doing the winter run, I felt pretty good. I definitely didn't feel so great on the either summer run. I mean, I felt great about all the behind fest caps. That was like
very important.
I think that was the
every time you got
part
one of
that I
those.
was. Yeah, I think that was the part that I was happiest with about the whole experience today. I think that I got 3 behind fest attempts and 3 caps. So I'm really happy about that.
Behind Festival was actually playing really nice today. Like, didn't we only have like 1 death to Behind Festival in the whole match, I believe?
Oh wow.
Amongst all the players, I think there might have been a couple more than that, but
Yeah, but like,
still not
there's no.
nearly as many as you would think.
Yeah. No, like, mine, Satano, like I said, they're so difficult. The players are really good on them this year.
We had more non-2 deaths than Behind Festival deaths.
Yeah, I said something about the non-2 during prep phase. Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
So,
I've seen the
Echo.
exact opposite, but not that it's completely easy anyway.
So the question I have for you, Echo, is at what point did you check the standings and realize that kpnyan got Spring LNN?
I knew it in the middle of my second run. I had the stream open on my phone, like muted on the side, and I saw a bunch of LNN in the chat. It was like,
Dude, like,
makes
Yeah,
sense.
it was KP's first credit.
his first credits.
He's gotten 2 other HSiFS LNNs this week too. So out of those 11 LNNs that he has for it, 2 of them came this week, in addition to the one that he just got today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
So
Snipe was
he's
on the
amazing. He's so good at
absolute
it. I was really happy that I was able to play against him, even though I did not ultimately end up getting to really compete against him. But it was, I don't know, it was really nice.
I mean,
I wouldn't have been inspired to try summer otherwise, probably.
it was quite the fight for second place, though. It took a while before, like, you know, like you and resq got like a run in there that was actually getting points. But
This match was incredibly polarizing. Like, on one hand, you have KP getting, like, Spring LNN on their first credit. On the other, you have you and
And rescue.
yeah, and
it was a big
resq like
fight.
not
Yeah.
having any clears for the vast majority of the match.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I also
at some point,
yeah.
so at some point, I guess you were like, I'm gonna play winter. It's gonna work out better for what's happening right now. I
Yeah,
suppose.
That led into the match too.
yeah, I was
well-
I was just so tilted by that 4 miss Okina on the run that I was like 2 miss into Okina on the second summer run that I was playing through, and then I just like, I don't know, I died to first non and twice to HPSI. Like, one of those deaths was like totally a really stupid death. So, like, I think on phase 2 or
Yeah.
something. So
Yeah, you're right.
So I was like totally like, I don't know, nerves were and tilt were pretty high then. So I just decided to switch over to winter because I'm more comfortable with that shot.
Yeah, but it
Valid
was a good
strategy for
choice.
something like this.
It made that last, like, at the end, Okina was still nasty, like, even on that run. Like,
She
I was
doesn't mess
like,
around.
once you were like 1 miss on stage 4, I was thinking like, okay, he's got this in the bag, and then it just, like, weird shit started happening again, and it got scary for a second. But no, you pulled through. You managed. Got a nice second place.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's still very strong play overall today.
Also, someone mentions in the chat, some crazy stuff on that very last dodge on Extreme Winter.
Yeah, I was like sure that I was gonna DKO, and I just had to go for it.
It worked out. You'll
that was
definitely take
pretty crazy.
that. Was that during the slowdown or just before it? I forget.
I think it was during the slowdown, but I was like so close to just running out of space, and I just needed
Getting
to.
right in the corner, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I had just had a lot of really ridiculous meme dodges today. I think.
Yeah, you
I
get,
think
you get into the zone, you can definitely pull off stuff like that out of the blue.
I think there was also a really hilariously goofy Okina penultimate dodge that I had on one of the summer runs, that where I had to like do some crazy diagonal through a bunch of pink balls or whatever, and it was.
Sometimes that
So
card
silly.
is like makes no sense. It gives just like ridiculous squeezes like that. Yeah.
Or already just the fact that players frequently have to go up to the side of Okina just to go into a relatively safe space. It just seems so
Right.
out of the box at first glance, but it's apparently like the standard approach to that.
All right. You have any goals in mind for now?
Well, I keep going on and off with this game. I've had 2 winter runs that have made it to Extreme Winter on LNN pace and died there, so I do really want to finish up getting the HSiFS LNN with winter.
Yeah.
Summer was just for TWC, and then I don't know. Might be fun to learn UM after that or something.
Oh god, yeah. It is fun to learn UM.
Lots of
Yeah,
good
but
options
it's-
all
but-
around.
But the mid game is so painful.
Yeah, but having Chimata instead of Okina is like the
Oh,
best thing ever.
That's going to be a huge relief for
Well,
you.
I mean,
It's-
your
Okay,
nerves
but
may
here's
say
the thing,
otherwise when you get to that point.
No
But
easy
you have to
early
actually
games.
practice Shimada though, which
And
is
no easy early games anymore. Okay, UM early game is the whole different beast from HSiFS early game.
and you have like a mid game that competes with DDC in terms of how harsh it is.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that will
it's-
be its own experience. You'll see tomorrow. You'll see the experience tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm
But,
really looking forward
yeah.
to that.
All right.
All right, thanks a lot. This
Yeah,
was-
and one last personal compliment. You understand Narumi's second non well, and I appreciate that.
Oh, do you like that zipper
I like
that I
the
had to
zipper.
do
I
at the
like
end?
the zipper strats, dude. Yeah, no one does them, and I've been sitting on them for like years. I'm like, no one ever does the zippers. No one goes up on them.
I do
It's
it
like
for
it's so obvious.
if she's really low on the screen. That's when I do the zipper. Otherwise,
Yeah.
there's enough room to take the lanes.
Yeah. All right, very good.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thanks a lot.
Thank you for
Congratulations again.
Yeah, thanks. All right. All right. Well, have a good night. Thank you very much.
Good night. All right, I think this is the end for today then. So yeah, tomorrow we'll see you with these 2 incredible matches. I sadly can't be there for the scoring match, but managed to just cram it in for Unconnected Marketeer Survival. And yeah, good luck to Yishi tomorrow. Good old Yishi super dying. Please do
Good
not
luck to all our
super die
players
on
coming up.
UM.
Good luck to all our players coming up, I said.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder, since last year Yeshi's name was Bed Wars and their ending blocker was Bed Wars, does this mean this year their ending blocker will be a giant super dying?
Guess
Only
we'll
one way to find out.
It's going to be Yin Yang Suffocation, but all the Yin Yangs are replaced by super dyings. That'll be pretty good.
That's
We'll see.
hilarious.
If you still need an idea, there you go. You're welcome. All right. But yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Please be there if you can, and otherwise tune into the VODs on YouTube or Twitch later. All right. Peace.
All right, catch you later.